All right, hey guys, what's going on? Scott here, and I just wanted to do a quick video for you and let you know that the new feature that I've mentioned a couple times in some of the previous newsletters is live with your Listflex account, and that feature is called FlexID. I didn't actually call it FlexID previously. I just letting you know that we're working on some new technology that is going to allow you to have proof when leads are generated for your forms and funnels and different offers that you create, or those of third parties and companies that you're buying leads from or that are generating you leads. And if you know anything about compliance right now in the industry, there's a lot of kind of hoopla because of TCPA lawsuits and more and more compliance and regulation. The new California law goes into effect January 1 of this coming year. So when you're generating leads, having physical proof is going to become a much bigger deal in the months to come. And if you know anything about this industry already, you'll know that there's only a couple of companies that have been able to kind of pull off this technology, and they charge extraordinary amounts of money for this, thousands of dollars a month in most cases. And with Listflex, and because you're already on the system, you're going to be accessing and having this new feature for free. We're actually going to allow it free for a short period of time, depending on when you watch this video, but we are not implementing a pay-to-play type of scenario for compliance. We've mapped everything out. This feature is super awesome, and it's something that everybody needs, so we're going to be offering it along with your subscription to the software. So in front of you right now on my screen is the demo account. Pretty simple. You can see your lists. You can see how many leads came in, how many were blocked, how many were rejected for whatever reason they were rejected, and so forth. And this was me testing, so I'm going to click because I want to see what the Flex ID looks like. I'm just going to go back here a little bit. Just pick a long period of time. Okay, cool. So when you're generating leads and you have Flex ID placed on your form, and I'll show you what Flex ID looks like in a second, what it's going to do is it's going to give you the ability to physically see what happened with that lead. And when they're coming in on your dashboard, you can click to see the leads, but there's a new little row here, or column, excuse me. It's going to have an eye or a cloud to download. So the eye, you can see the actual lead itself and the steps that the consumer took. So let me just do that really quick and show you what that looks like. Okay, cool. So you're going to get a little bit of information about the lead, where they're located, and so forth. But the way FlexID works is it physically captures each action a consumer takes on a page, which is awesome. So did they check the box? Didn't they check it? All of the information that they filled in. And that's why you see so many screenshots up here. And it's kind of like a picture book if you have kids. The first step the guy took in this case was they filled out their first name, then their last name, email, phone. In this case, they checked a box, and so forth. There's other pages up here as well, and that is because in this case, when we were testing, we had subsequent pages. So after this page, so let's say your form is 2 steps or 3 steps. If you have FlexID placed on it, you can capture all of the information that that consumer fills out and processes, on one form or page or multiple. And it'll capture it the whole way through as long as as long as it's placed. So that's what you can physically see. Just going back to the dashboard here, you can also download these neatly into a zip file. So how do you get FlexID and how do you implement it? So up here is the settings tab, and you are able to come over here to FlexID. And I'm not going to go through all of this, but there's 3 simple steps. All you'll need to do is place a little bit of code on your forms. Obviously, it's going to be hidden. And then you'll need to add a small snippet, which is called FlexID, to the APIs that you're currently using to pipe leads in to Listflex. So if it's your forms, obviously, you're going to add it to your own API. If somebody's selling you leads or you're getting leads from somewhere else, they just have to simply add that piece to it. So pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and it's going to be a big deal. Now, the number one question we're getting so far is, what about storage? Because compliance in most industries is, I believe, 7 years. Double check that, but I believe 7 years that you need to have proof of a lead signing up, and we are including that. No storage fees, no upsells, no nothing. This is a scenario where you can have proof of every lead, and we'll keep it for you with, obviously, with your active Listflex account. So the other thing that we did was we put up a short blog post right here where you can read about FlexID. There's another video from one of the tech guys on our team that showed you a similar circumstances to what I just did, and that you're going to be able to implement right away. So in your account, again, under the settings, FlexID is up here. All you'd have to do is click on that. If for any reason it's not active in your account, we'll activate it. No problem, no cost. And if you have any questions, just let us know. Myself, our tech team, or customer service would be happy to help you. So with that, have a great week, guys. Thanks again.